Hello, I'm Yutaka Watanabe, a tax accountant. Welcome to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems. Today, I'd like to talk about what is a notification form concerning a tax treaty. We are going to dive into a topic that is absolutely unavoidable in global business. Yet, many people honestly think, wow, this sounds complicated. But don't worry. Let's set aside the difficult technical jargon and bureaucratic language for now. Because today I'm going to explain the true nature of this document in a surprisingly simple and enjoyable way. Whether or not you understand this system can become a huge advantage for your business. So, let's get right to the heart of it together. First, here's a question that may make some of you a little nervous. Are you overpaying taxes on transactions with overseas parties? Some of you may have suddenly realized something just now. In fact, this happens very often. International business already involves so many tasks, but simply overlooking the proper procedures can result in paying taxes that you should not have had to pay in the first place. You definitely do not want the profit you worked so hard to earn to disappear simply because of a lack of knowledge. The system I will explain today is truly one of the strongest shields for protecting your valuable funds. Let's master it together. So, first of all, what exactly is this notification form concerning a tax treaty? Its purpose is extremely simple. It is a document used to request the tax office to either exempt the tax or reduce tax amount. The key words are tax exemption and tax reduction. Whether or not you properly submit this single sheet of paper can determine whether your tax becomes zero or significantly lower. It is like an incredibly powerful tax discount coupon, or rather, more like a special business passport. This is not just administrative paperwork. It is an extremely valuable tool that directly leads to cost reduction. So, when is this form required? There are only two major categories of recipients involved. One is foreign corporations, meaning companies based overseas. The other is non-residents, meaning individuals living outside Japan. This is a rule that appears only when dealing with overseas companies or individuals. So, if you are dealing with your usual domestic business partners, you do not need to worry about it at all. The first important step is simply realizing this payment recipient is located overseas. Now then, does this form become necessary for every overseas transactions? Actually, no. It's only required when certain specific types of payment occur. Those include dividends, interest, and royalties. For example, when paying dividends to an overseas parent company, paying interest to an overseas bank, or paying royalties for the use of patents or software license obtained from overseas companies. Whenever these kinds of payment occur, I want an alert to immediately go off in your mind. Oh, This is a dividend payment. It's time for that notification form. If you can instantly remember that, then you are already doing perfectly. Now, here is an extremely important point that you absolutely must know. Who do you think submits these documents to the tax office? It's not the overseas recipients receiving the money. Under the rules, the party making the payment in Japan is responsible for submitting it. First, the overseas party prepares the necessary information. Next, the paying part, Japan, receiving and compiles the documents. Finally, the documents are formally submitted to the competent tax office. In other words, you are the reliable bridge that makes this tax exemption procedure work successfully. Now, let me tell you about the biggest trap you need to be careful about today. There is no universal format. This notification form that works worldwide. Can you believe it? The form changes completely depending on which country the recipient is in and whether the payment is dividends, interest, payment, or royalty. You absolutely cannot reuse a form that was used for dividend to the United States or royalty payments to France. If you use the wrong puzzle piece, the entire procedure comes to a complete stop. That is why I strongly recommend always checking and preparing the latest forms. Tax rules can change without warning, and the official formats are often updated. Thinking I just used last year's copy is genuinely dangerous. Also, as a general rule, this notification form must be submitted no later than the day before the payment date. If you miss the deadline, the form will not apply to that payment, so it's important to work backward from the payment schedule and prepare well in advance. Always check the website of National Tax Agency of Japan and obtain the latest forms. This small extra step is the biggest secret to smoothly receiving the benefits of tax exemption. So, what did you think? Today, we uncovered the true nature of the notification form concerning tax treaty, a powerful ally for global business. Finally, I'd like to end with one question. Is the form you are preparing right now truly the latest version? If you suddenly thought, maybe I haven't checked, then this is a perfect opportunity to prevent unnecessary tax payment before they happen. Please take a moment right now to check the documents you have on hand. I hope this explanation helps you make your business operations safer and more advantageous. Today, I talked about the topic, what is a notification form concerning a tax treaty. For more information about international taxation, please also visit the website of Yutaka Watanabe. I will continue sharing contents related to money and taxation, so please subscribe to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems.